And we've been joined live in the studio by friend of the show and the brains behind the Grapes of Mirth. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say brains, like half the brains.
Yeah.
half a brain. I was run over by a car, so there was some damage there significantly. Great to be
and
here.
Merrick Watts, by the way.
Great to see you, boys. Great to
see
be here.
you. Always a pleasure.
I don't want to start off with a brag, but I live in the eastern suburbs of Sydney.
Okay. Pardon me, Your Majesty.
Yes, that's right. And we deserve to be treated differently, although I do live in Maroubra, which is also known as Marrickville by the Sea. So
You've just squeezed into the eastern suburbs.
Just squeezed in, just enough that I get delivered a magazine. It's a monthly magazine called The Beast. Now, some people will be familiar with The Beast. It's
What's in The Beast?
It's just stuff happening in the eastern suburbs, really. It's just about like a health check on what's going on in Bondi. Have you had your super greens?
Yep.
Have you had an acai berry or whatever it is? Acai.
Is this a new segment? Do you have an opener or something for us?
100%, boys. I bring you this.
Eastern Suburbs Problems.
That's right.
You've been working on that for a while.
Oh, I know, right? I literally set it into a microphone last week, and just 7 days later, look at the magic that has been created on Triple M's budget. Well done, team. Excellent. Good to see standards are still at their levels. Okay, so
what do you got for us? So what are you doing? You're reading out of what?
they've got a mailbag, right, which is everybody knows that this is absolute gold. This is where people who have got usually too much time on their hands to write with a mailbag, but in the eastern suburbs, they've got too much time and too much money.
Yeah,
What an awesome combination. But I tell you right now, you would not want to live in the eastern suburbs. You might think it's a dream to live in, say, Queen's Park, where the average price of a home, the median price of a home in Queen's Park is $4 million. You couldn't pay me $4 million to live there.
Where is Queen's
Not
Park?
with these problems. Listen to this.
They're smarting over those stage 3 tax cuts, let me tell you.
Yeah,
So what
killing
book is, just so we're clear, what are you reading from?
I'm going to read a letter of complaint
From which magazine?
from Jill and Mike in Queen's Park.
Oh, so $4 million house.
Yep, that's the median price.
Yeah,
I don't know about their house properly. I actually think that their bungalow is $4 million. Here we go. Dear Beast, living close to the end of the park, we have noticed that it is in danger of being smothered by weeds ranging from camphor laurel and hackleberry trees. 2 trees I've never heard of. I didn't even know they were things. Blackberries and Madeira vine. Madeira vine.
Madeira.
They've got to go.
Sounds like a cake.
Exactly. I think so. It's a Madeira wine, you dildos. Anyway, at last count, more than 20 invasive species are growing there. You've been counting them?
Wow.
You've got the time to count invasive species?
Put David Attenborough around to do a stock take.
Yeah, having said that, I think when they say invasive species, I think they also mean people from the western suburbs. So I think they count Suburbs as an invasive species. This is where it gets interesting. The weeds also cover up hideouts for teenage parties.
Well, it's obvious these weeds are obnoxious.
Yeah, but so are they. The weeds have covered up hideouts for teenage parties. They're not teenage parties. They're punching cones.
Yeah.
Get with the lingo, team.
Yeah.
And we have lost count of the bags of rubbish we've removed.
Bags of rubbish.
Bags of rubbish?
Yeah.
Are they tiny little bags? Are they tiny little bags of rubbish?
This is an
I'll write
incredible affront to people from the eastern suburbs, I would have thought.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
This could be a code to dealers.
absolutely, it is. Well, you know what it is? It's actually an attraction right now. Just going, let's shift our business.
Yes, to the beast.
Yeah, we have modelled our business in the wrong part of town. We're going to move
But how
it.
high are the weeds if they're playing home to
Hideouts.
teenage hideouts?
Well, I'm
Like,
not. I can't be absolutely certain on the camphor laurel or on the hackleberry or the Madeira vine, but I presume obviously that they're getting some sort of canopy height where kids can get in there, burrow out, and make a bong cave.
You need a machete. Hold that thought, Merrick Watts. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
That is gold.
Now, I've been getting an education during
you have?
Underworld,
Wow.
during the song about the geography of the eastern suburbs.
That's
and
right.
you waltzed me round the coastline from Maroubra
Yep.
to Clavelli
Yep.
with the changing nature. And let me tell you, I feel like I know all those spots now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Maroubra's got free parking. That's the big news. That's the first part. More stabbings, sure. More stabbings,
And what was
technically.
next to Maroubra was
Then you've got you go
Coogee,
into
did you say
Coogee,
it's
which is
called?
Coogee's pretty cool.
You
I like
said a lot of
Coogee.
Irish
Yeah, then you get
there,
around
so
to
they've got
Gordon's,
fun.
Gordon's Bay where there's no park, but a beautiful bay, and it starts to get a bit expensive. And then you just kind of get around to Clavelli and things kind of change a little.
Giles, the butler.
Yeah, it's a little bit like you get the Clavelli Bronte. It's nice. It's hammer. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's lovely there. And then you get to Bondi, and it's just like, oh mate, seriously.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's like
Let's go Bondi.
Mini-
Just have milk, mate. Have milk. Just have milk, mate. You're not intolerant. I'm intolerant of you.
Yeah, have the milk.
Have you got something else
Yes,
from your...
okay,
What is
part
the
two.
magazine you're reading out of?
This is part 2 of Jill and Mike from Queen's Park who have had a terrible problem with weeds.
Yeah, that's right.
In the area,
Obnoxious, yeah.
and teenagers smoking bongs. So I'll just go on because I'll pick it up where I left off. The beautiful sandstone cliff is disappearing and the grassy hillside is covered in morning glory.
Oh, don't we all like that?
How's that a problem? Am I
No problem
right,
here,
G?
Jill.
Morning.
If I get morning glory, I'm wrapped. It's a great day. It's what a wonderful way to start the day.
You're off
anyway,
to a flyer.
exactly. Unfortunately, the warming climate. Oh, now you believe in
there
climate
we go.
change.
Okay,
Well
yeah.
done, boomer.
Yeah.
And the lack of wait for this. And the lack of funding to Centennial Parklands.
Oh, my goodness. Lack of funding.
My God.
You.
Completely lost it.
So
Wow.
poor equestrian lovers who never get any money to have the horses run around in frickin' circles.
Did you say there's a horse track?
Yeah, there's a horse
It's,
track at Centennial Parkland.
So most parks have dog parks.
Dog
But
park,
you're
yeah,
saying
yeah.
this one has
Yeah.
horses where...
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like a poor man's glebe greyhounds.
Yep.
It's a little bit like a poor man's dapto, where it's like it should have greyhounds. It should have the excellent animal, but it doesn't. It's got horses there.
right.
People go riding on weekends. This means our lovely park is in danger of irreversible damage. Absolutely. And I'm going to get onto this for you, Mike and Jill. But this is the greatest line. Our New Year's dream is to see exotic vegetation removed and replaced with local provenance eastern suburbs Banksia scrub plantings to help bring back small birds and lizards.
Wow.
That's your New Year's dream.
Wow.
They've got a lot to think about.
Talk to Don
They've
Burke.
got a lot on their plate. Wow. Well done. Can you maybe do this on a regular basis?
I'd
for
love
us
to bring
there?
it back.
Before you go, something's come to our attention that's gone viral and involves you and who was the other person?
A doctor?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's right. Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, not a doctor.
So
then.
what are we about to listen to something? Then what was it from?
So about 10 years ago, I interviewed Taylor Swift, right? And normally what people do is talk to her about her music. I had no idea she was a musician. So in classic form, I underprepared and went, what am I interested in? Let's not worry about what
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's interested in. What am I interested in? I'm interested in deadly animals.
Yes.
Which one of these Australian animals is the least dangerous to handle? All right. Now, they sound innocuous, but I assure you there is some jeopardy to them. Okay, first one, a blue ring octopus. Second one, a funnel web spider. Third one, a death adder. And the fourth one, an Altian Childs. Which one of those is the least
The
dangerous?
second one, the spider.
Funnel web spider.
I hate spiders.
Most deadly spider on the planet.
Really?
Yeah.
Well
They
done,
live here in
Taylor.
Sydney, and they kill you. There's no anecdote. You die.
You're just gone.
There's no antidote.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. Why? Oh
And
God.
I've got one in my pocket for you now.
Oh no.
What I do have, Taylor,
I have amongst my other phobias is arachnophobia. So
really?
Yes, yeah.
Well, you dropped the ball there. You could have asked about her other phobias.
Yep.
Yeah, I think her other phobia was being interviewed by me.
Where were you with her? Were you in the radio studio?
Mate,
or
I don't
were
know.
you-
I listened back to that audio and what I hear is go, I think you had 100 beers the night before you did that interview.
What was she like?
She was lovely. She
Really?
really is, yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is a lovely woman. She was really, really kind and really, really
Did you stay in
patient.
touch?
No, I mean, look, here's the thing is like, I tried to, and then she said, what are you doing in the cupboard? And I was like, I thought we'd hang out.
No, what
She
you
goes,
doing?
you're in my room.
You're in there.
Are you going to see a concert?
I don't think I can afford to.
Oh, mate. And was she, on the day she came in, was she surrounded by minors? Like, was she big then? Or?
Yeah, she had a few people around her. She had an entourage. But what was great about her is she literally asked them to kind of leave the room so that we could have a chat. And she was really, really
That's
good to us.
nice.
Yeah, she was pretty down to earth for a person, who, of her stature. She was lovely.
It's amazing when you get artists like that who come in with all the airs and graces,
Yep.
and they're great people. Their offsiders are just wankers.
I'd love to be that big, but not be that good.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, be massive like that, but not treat people
Who's
that well.
the biggest ass you ever interviewed?
Oh, I think it was a guy. It was a lead singer of a band, but then Jerry Halliwell wasn't real nice either.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, but she warmed up. We had her at 7 o'clock in here one morning, and by 8 o'clock she stayed around for an hour because she was supposed.
Was she wearing a Union Jack bloomers?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Spice Girls, classic triple.
She was supposed to go upstairs. And we kind of we kidnapped her.
I was just say, how the hell did that happen?
Well,
by the way?
our security
she
guard
turned up
here
on the
used to-
wrong floor.
Yeah, she did.
Just
She did. She was supposed to go up to Today FM,
So you interviewed her anyway.
We kidnapped her. We said, come in here. The security guard said, go in there, that'll be fun. And we stayed with her for an hour.
Well,
And then she left just going, well, I'm a Sharkies fan.
she's now got Sharkies bloomers. All right, before you go, anything to plug?
No, just, life be part of it as
general.
always. Yeah, I always do that. I've got nothing to plug. Well
Keep
done, Merrick.
you have
one
your
eye
Chablis?
on the eastern suburbs
Always.
for us.
Oh, yeah.
You're our
Always.
man.
Gotta
Merrick
keep him in
Watts.
check.